Welcome everyone, this is Hide on the Rise, and today we are going back to the Summoner's Rift on the Korean ladder. I've seen this Ryze player that is really impressive. He's playing mainly Ryze in the top lane, but this time he actually played it mid. He's facing Azir, and I really wanted to show you his playstyle, guys, his rune setup, his new builds for the new season, to see whether or not Ryze is still viable. But I'm pretty sure it is, because trust me, this guy is playing 100 games of Ryze with a 60% win rate, something like that. Insane. There are two challengers in this game as well. I think Gwen is one of them and Varus is the second one. So definitely really high elo in Korea, so it's always great to learn from the best. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As a starter item, he went for Tear of the Goddess. I think it's still a great choice at the moment. Sometimes I go Crystal and refillable pots against difficult matchup, even though Tear of the Goddess provides a much better value and scaling power, because you will get your first Archangel stuff in the first a little bit faster, I would say. So there is a couple of things going on in the early game, small invade, but nothing crazy to be honest. So yeah, we'll see how the matchup goes against Azir. Generally speaking, Azir will bully you after level 3 once he gets his free abilities up, but after the first reset we should be able to match his wave clear, if not get a better wave clear ourselves. So we'll see how he manages the wave. He starts with E. In terms of runes, he went for, that's interesting, he went for Taste of Blood and Ghost Poro. So he doesn't go Resolve or Utility, he prefers going Domination, and he's bringing Scorch into this matchup against Azir with Transcendence. Scorch gives him a little bit more power, but less scaling ability, right? But I guess against Azir it's fine. The most important thing will be to survive the laning phase and to actually apply some pressure before moving on into the mid and late game. We see that Rel was sort of invading the red buff and actually managed to get it, but she lost a lot of HP for it, so maybe an invade is going on there at the same time. Bot lane could be dangerous, maybe a 3-man dive. Oh my god, that is like crazy, that's insane, that was super clean, guys. I'm always impressed about Korean high elo solo queue. It's a lot of things happen, really playing well. It's impressive. That dive there was really clean. Whatever, let's go back to the main thing, to our fellow Ryze player. So now he's level 3, getting a little bit poked, but I guess that's normal, because as expected, right? Also, Azir got the Doran Ring start, so he got a lot of power in the early game. That's also why it's difficult for us to basically contest the laning phase. Really interesting ward here, guys. As you can see here, he actually warded the raptors because he was scared that he could be ganked from behind, and also maybe he wanted to provide the information through of the location of Lee Sin. And Lee Sin is one of those really aggressive junglers that really like to gank through that path. That's probably why he done that, right? That's really interesting here again, that Ryze is going to help Rel doing the blue buff. That's mainly because they don't get the information on Lee Sin. Now they do. Now they know that Lee Sin is invading the blue buff, so maybe Ryze is going to rotate as well. Looks like he doesn't. He's quite low in mana and HP, so I don't think he can do much. But we can value that information that he went and put a couple of auto into the blue buff of Rel when she pinged for it. Getting ganked by Twitch, I really dislike playing against Twitch players. They go invisible all the time, and it's really difficult to know and to track them throughout the entire game. Sometimes you lose focus, and this game is really tough, to think about everything, I would say. So it makes the game even harder playing against invisible champions such as Evelynn and Twitch. But yeah, so far nothing really crazy it did, but he was just really well aware as a whole of where the jungler and where the Lee Sin is. He actually really committed sometimes to track the enemy junglers down to see where he was all the time. So I would say that self-consciousness while playing is the most important thing that we can learn from this guy so far in this game. But yeah, nothing crazy is happening. 33 CS to 40. So yeah, just getting to scale and farm a little bit. He sees the Lee Sin. He knows exactly that Lee Sin is topside, so that is why he's playing aggressively. And now he wants probably to join that fight at the Void Grubs. That's also because I will just pause right there, but he sees that his Bard is coming and that his Aatrox is also coming. So without any hesitation, he just joins that fight. EWQ, auto, getting a little bit scared of the Twitch situation, so just trying to, get back a little bit. I will just zoom out that fight to see what's happening, but yeah, they should be able to contest the Void Grubs. He doesn't have TP anymore, meaning that he will have to walk back to lane, unfortunately. I really wonder what his build path will be. He goes Doran's Ring. Interesting. So usually you want to start off normally with Doran's Ring, but this guy chooses not to. Instead he went for Tear of the Goddess, but he decided, I guess, after all, to get a little bit more fighting power in the early game and bought a Doran Ring. That's sort of interesting there. Very interesting. I wonder what he's going to do here, because he pushed the wave and goes straight for the gank top as he sees an opportunity. His teammates were chasing the Gwen down, so I guess he didn't choose to clear that wave. Actually, I think we will jump back 50 seconds forward. We'll jump back 50 seconds, because those decision guys are the difference between these guys and us, meaning that maybe most of you, maybe not, depends of your playstyle, of course, but I would personally have cleared that next wave prior to go and rotate. So let's see. He's always looking at what's happening on the map. He sees that he's low HP and that she's going to get ganked, and instantly before the gank happens, he's already moving. Before the gank happens, he's already moving, trying to predict where Gwen will escape. So that was a really well play. It doesn't look like it, but it was actually great play from him and a really great readiness of the game. So good read here from him. So yeah, it's always reassuring to see Ryze players playing at such high elo and actually maining him, It shows us that it's definitely possible, even though it requires a lot of time and effort to put on compared to other meta champions. But yeah, whatever. Just speeding up the game a little bit here, because nothing really interesting does happen. Look how far he plays in the lane. He's really scared of getting ganked by Lee Sin and Azir here, especially because Azir got ultimate, so he also got flash, so he could probably flash ultimate. Could be quite scary. Always use your timing and roaming window to go and get some information. Here he actually put a nice ward into the Raptors of Lee Sin and will probably over bot side where his team is, so if he gets ganked he will just walk towards that direction here and be safe. That's sort of really logic things, but yeah, and as expected guys, have you seen that Azir went for him, so it has to flash out instantly and escape. Probably going to reset and use his ultimate to get back to lane because he doesn't have TP. I guess that's what I would personally do, so we'll see if he chooses to lose that wave under turret or whether or not he will use his TP. And yeah, he does. Really greedy. I will never do that, to be honest. I always wait to be at like 80-90% HP before using my TP, but yeah, this guy thinks that not losing minions has much more value than being full HP, so that's fair enough. That's also something we should maybe try to implement into our own gameplay, so valuing the experience of the minion in the early game a bit more than our HP. Now shoving and using that window timing to roam or get vision. He saw Lee Sin. That's a bit scary there because he doesn't have his jungler near with him, but he just wants to contest that. It's quite dangerous if Lee Sin goes right now. To be honest, if Lee Sin didn't go because he didn't have the information on Rail and Bard, but if he went for it, he would have killed him 100%. Ryze didn't have flash at the time, so he would have died, I guess. but whatever. You know, junglers at this elo also play really well, so since they don't got the information on jugglers, they don't take unnecessary risk. So here he sees that Zir is actually roaming, so he takes that as an opportunity to shove the lane really fast. So EQ, classic Ryze shit, and he gets ganked by the Twitch. Should be safe though. EWQ, Rel is coming, so we should be able to take a kill there, and that's the first kill. 1-0 for the Ryze player, really nice. Also, he chose to go. He went for Sorcerer's Shoes as a first item, so he didn't go for Catalyst nor for the Codex. Sorry, I forgot that. Oh my god, I completely forgot the name of that item, but not the Codex, but the other one that cost 1,200 golds now, that can go for Archangel. Whatever. Sorry about that. I completely forgot that one. But yeah, interesting choices. Now we got the Catalyst finally, so he got a lot of tankiness, and he should have a better time clearing waves non-stop now. Full potential of Ryze, unmatched wave clear. That's the strength of the champion. You should always clear out your wave in mid lane as fast as you can, and use that as an opportunity to roam. Here, the same thing, shoving the wave and going to the side of your jungler to get some vision. So towards there. Didn't get any pink. I haven't seen him buying pink ward. Maybe that's something he forgot, or he didn't have the gold. That would be interesting to know why he didn't go for pink ward, but whatever. Getting ganked again, once again, by this Twitch, and should be, yeah, he's surviving because of Catalyst. That's close though. Really close. He ended up dying. Oh my god, I would be so sad. He ends up dying anyway. Alright, let's speed up because so we'll probably TP back mid as expected. And yeah, at this point the game is of course going into his favor because his bot lane is hard winning because of Rel dive in the early game. But still, it's 1-1, so let's see how he keeps playing this game, because the most important thing, there will be games where your team will be losing, games where your team will be winning, but the most important thing is yourself to be consistent and to actually make the most consistent plays and the best ones with the cards you have at ends, basically. So trying to poke the Azir with Q, but being one level down makes things a little bit difficult in terms of laning power and laning potential against Azir at this point. But yeah, clearing waves faster than Azir, probably using the priority to join some fights. Rel is coming, Bard is already there as well, so maybe there will be a fight. E, Q, W, get actually ulted by Azir and going down as well by this Twitch. Both Twitch and Bard are roaming so much this game, it's crazy. It's Korean solo queue. Probably they will manage to get the Rel. No, she does escape. Lee Sin is coming. If Lee Sin goes down here, that's huge. That's huge. And Rel survives. Oh my god. So much actions. No, actually, Twitch got the kill as well. This guy is carrying. So yeah, Twitch support in Challenger, Korean solo queue, guys. Classic shit, right? Whatever. So Ryze is now 1-2 and he goes back to lane. Let's speed up a little bit. So yeah, never give up, guys. We never know. Just play your game, do your best. Don't take unnecessary risk. Keep farming, being consistent, looking out for roaming opportunities all the time. Doesn't stop this guy. It's not because this guy dies that he will change his playstyle somehow. Always trying to look for opportunities and to come back in a game. That's how you should be playing and having this mindset to climb. Especially in low elo where everything is really possible. His team is doing Drake, so here I will myself go for another wave. Also considering the fact that I do have ultimate there, so if Twitch comes and gank me, I can just ult out, but Twitch is now dead, so he knows that he's free for pushing one more wave here. So, oh yeah, a small detail, but when there is a cannon wave, you always try to eat a cannon wave, the cannon minion, and then you Q, and it will actually spread your E towards all the 6 minions, but I'm pretty sure you main Ryze guys already know that. He goes Road of Ages. which is still fine as an item on Ryze. I have the feeling personally that you do like a lot of damage, so for carrying and 1v9 your games, it's really difficult. Here, going for an ultimate mid lane, trying to join that fight, really nice, getting a kill here because Rel and Bard were flanking as well, so probably going to take the Varus as well here. So really nice double kill, now is 3-2, and just like that, because he kept playing and focusing on what was happening on the map, he saw that an action there was actually possible, and he just ulted there and got a double kill for that. So now he's in a great spot, I guess, in terms of gold. Well, slightly below and slightly behind Azir, but you know, that's completely fine. Also one level down to the Azir, but he does have the Rod of Ages that will also grant him one full level once it will get to 10 stacks. Not yet the guess, but still. Going to assist his team doing the Rift Herald. Rift Herald is really important objective now, especially because there is only one now in the game, not two, meaning that the team that actually gets it gets a huge advantage. So you should always play around it. Alright, so we will see how he played that fight, but he just hit the first thing that was in front of him and got junked, cannot do anything anymore, so just reset. And Aatrox is like smurfing this, probably going to collect all the remaining kills. This guy is really fed now. Yeah, level 12. Alright, and yeah, the Ryze here, the Ryze TP that actually you know, the TP we like to KS and kill still the last kill, classic, really nice. 4-2, yeah, that's the last chapter, sorry, that's the name of the item I completely forgot about. It's one of the core items, whatever. Last chapter, of course. Now he goes probably for the Archangel staff as a second item. So yeah, I have that's I was saying about, you know, itemization, that the Rod of Ages gives you less damage but more survivability, meaning that you will die a little bit less, even though you will deal like less bursty damage, right? But at the same time, the game is in such a state that anyone is one-shotting anyone. So, and Ryze, if you really want to one-shot someone, Ryze is not the champion you want to play, right? So maybe that's the idea behind this build, in a sense that if you want to one-shot someone, you just play Akali or Talon or Zed or, you know, Nathiri, Kiana. You will play assassin type, but Ryze is not able to one-shot people anymore. Especially because Storm Surge got nerfed as well, so it's really hard to one-shot people, and people will generally one-shot you before you can actually land your spell because of your short range. So the idea behind Rod of Ages Archangel and go a little bit tanky is just to be able to escape those kind of ganks here and those kind of situation, right? Whereas if he wouldn't be tanky, maybe he would have died right away and wouldn't have been able to escape. Rel is really playing aggressively here, hovering for the Ryze and shadowing him, and we should be able to kill and get the Varus. You see, he didn't really one-shotted him, but since he's so tanky and his damage are quite, you know, still fine enough, I guess that's the most consistent option and build path, I would say, these days, because just it gives you, you know, survivability, a little bit of damage, scaling with the level, with the, you know, the level once it will get 10 stacks. Levels also means having additional gold, because you know, gold level experience give you stats, and stats are basically translated by gold. So yeah, probably going to escape here, cancelling his reset. So just resetting, he got the refillable, that's also interesting. And as a third item, it goes Fiendix Codex. So here, that's the things where the thing got interesting, you know. As a third item, usually I want to go Death Cap. Oh, he's chasing the grain down. Won't be able to get her. Impossible there. She used the plants, unfortunately. So he's going to lose one wave there. I really don't like that. But at the same time, okay, that's interesting here. Let's pause a little bit. I'm pretty sure, guys, that like most of you, or most of us, actually, I was targeting myself, but I would have backed there, go here and collect that wave after missing the kill on the Gwen, but this guy sacrificed that wave. He just forgot about it completely and instead looked at his minimap, saw that a fight was happening there, breaking out, and decided to go and flank, even though it's like a 2v4. So that's really interesting decision there, because generally speaking, I don't want to join fights where we are getting outnumbered, but this guy seems like he wants to, right? Even though in the end this play ends up being nothing, so he just lost a wave and didn't gain anything for it, so the outcome here was net negative in comparison to going top and collecting that wave, but at the same time he wasn't sure of what was going on, so that was a risk he was willing to take and maybe turn over the game. So that's those kind of decision I need personally to work on, because that could make the difference between good and great players. And in the end, all that action there, roaming from here, ended up, and led to the kill onto the Gwen. So actually that decision he made here, up there, paid off right there. So yeah, this game is really tough to play. League of Legends, one of the hardest game ever made in the game, at least in competitive experience, because every single action that you do matter and actually add up, and it's sometimes really hard to know what's the best decision, and you also need to balance outcomes with correct decision making and process. Here is pushing, and same thing as usual, you push and you try to rotate somewhere to impact the map. He sees that a fight is happening there, so he just joins quickly and kills the Lee Sin, gets another kill, probably going for Baron there, unless he wants to push that wave here. But while his team is doing Baron, that may be the most optimal choice here. Should be able to kill the Gwen here if she fully commits. Yeah, I don't think that's... Unfortunately, misses a lot of Q there, so probably going to get killed. Yeah, and he's giving her 1,000 gold of shutdown. So he definitely missed play a little bit there, missed a couple of Qs, but that happens. We play skill shot based champion onto the Q, so that will happen sometimes, But he should have been a little bit more careful with his shutdown, because now Gwen got like 10k gold, so even more than Ryze. So yeah, that's how big shutdowns are. But yeah, we'll see how the game ends up going. He goes for a Cosmic Drive as a third item, so that's really interesting. Normally I would prefer going Death Cap, but I guess he values the HP that provides joining the TP here. So yeah, always look at what's happening on the map. So we'll jump back 15 seconds. He goes side lane, so he resets from the dead, goes side lanes to farm, and look at the map, sees that a fight is happening there, and decides to TP and join that fight. So how he plays the team fight, just playing from behind, EQ, getting... wow, that is the Gwen there. Let's jump back. What happened exactly? So let's look at the Gwen. Look at the Gwen, guys. So Gwen taking Aatrox, okay, ultimate Ryze, killing Ryze as well, triple kill, alright. And I'm pretty sure that triple kill there was actually made possible because of the shutdown he gave her earlier, because that fight was quite close, and the 1,000 gold really made the difference. As I've told you, that's how shutdowns are important in that game, and we should be playing around that and really be mindful of our own gold value on top of our head once we're ahead, and not losing it, not wisely, I would say. Alright, so he goes inside lane. It doesn't have 10 stacks yet. Well, probably get his level 16 soon and will become a machine. The Cosmic Drive up, it actually got buffed, I think, slightly. The move speed it gets is really nice, but it's more about the HP value that it provides, and that actually combined quite well with the shield and the HP of Protophages. So I guess that's a fair build. And also with free items now these days, you still get 350 AP. With Death Cap you would have, I guess, 420, something like that at this point in the game. Does not make a huge difference. Maybe he values the mobility Cosmic Drive provides more than one-shotting people, right? Here getting the Archangel, but still dies. So that's interesting here. He gets caught quite a lot, and you know that doesn't mean you that that's good to know that you don't have to play perfectly every single team fights to win as Ryze. So that's also valuable to know. He goes for the spectacle. Okay, so there I think the main threat is of course the Azir and the Gwen, and Varus also got some AP damage as well as Twitch, of course, that is really fed. Twitch get like 10k gold, so this guy is definitely, you know, he has as much gold as Ryze, for instance, even though he plays as support. By the way, guys, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments what you think about that. I honestly think that they should do something about the support role, where I don't think it's really balanced, in a sense that when you think about it, ADCs need, and AP carries of course need to farm a lot. Like Ryze got 220 CS, so you know those guys got like 8-9 CS a minute, and it gets like as much gold as the support. So sometimes that's a little bit depressing when support gets a lot of kills. Really nice ult from Ryze here. That was insane actually. I never see that in solo queue. Let's look at it once again. Let's jump back, but I never see that happening in solo queue. People using your own ultimate to join a fight, I rarely see that happen. Let's see if he actually pinged it. Let's pause there and let's see if he actually pinged it or something. Looks like it didn't. It actually pinged for Rel's ult, but I don't know if he actually pinged his own ult. Yeah, he didn't, but the team here saw his ult right away, and he ults behind the Gwen, so really nice pick there. Always try to make picks in the mid and late game, that's really important, that's what makes winning games, right? And now catching off guard the Gwen, probably EQ, double EQ onto two people, so a lot of damage, even with this kind of build, a lot of damage, so really well played by him here. He actually smurfed that team fight so hard. It's really enjoyable, and it really feels so satisfying when your team is actually getting into your ult. And that's also the problem with Ryze. I think they should change something. Either they should increase the range of the ultimate, or I don't know, maybe the speed at which pace your ultimate does cast or does arrive, or maybe they could improve a little slightly your ultimate ability, or maybe something like if you take it alone, you would actually get a little bit more range and wide, you know, like such as TF can actually use across mid map, all the map, half of the map at least. I don't know, there are a lot of things we can think about for Ryze ultimate. Maybe something like if you take it with oh my god, the EQ here, the explosion was insane, and a lot of damage onto the Twitch as well. Magic resist does help him surviving, and now the team FFs. So let's look at this last team fight one more time, because I guess that was quite fun and interesting to see. So what happened exactly? Yeah, EQ there, but Gwen is invulnerable, so quite difficult. Flashes out to get back to safety, and here going in the fight once again, and here I think it will EQ Gwen, both Gwen and Azir. Really nice, boom boom, double explosion, and then going for the Twitch, and yeah, the enemy team does FF. So really well played from him. I guess Cosmic Drive in this team fight was valuable because the team fight was quite close in terms of HP. So definitely, and also the magic resist as well. As it grants both HP and magic resist, so even more tankiness. So I really like that build. I need to definitely try this out a bit more, especially in this burst meta where actually surviving provides much more value, I would say, than trying to one-shot squishies. But yeah, and in terms of Ryze ultimate, just to finish my quick one, guys, yeah, maybe like a mechanic where if you take your ultimate alone, you will get a little bit further than if your team joins with you, because in solo queue, nobody use your ultimate rarely ever, except at Baron fight there and Drake fight here. After taking an objective, basically, you use your ultimate to either get your team back to safety, or to catch someone people off guard, or to get closer to their I don't know, T2 turret to push a bit faster, but that's it. I don't really know, but just ideas. Please don't hesitate to put in your comment section below any ideas you would have for Ryze rework. I hope you really enjoyed that video and liked that format. If you did, please don't hesitate to give me a like and subscribe, and I will produce even more content. Thank you very much, guys, and see you later.